Here's the best and worst tips for office politics. This is kind of like a no bullshit guide. The number one thing that you need to understand is a term called nemawashi, and that is hallways over boardrooms. Whenever you're presenting to people that are more senior than you never want to present to all of them at once. What you want to do is build a coalition, which is take it to one person, get their buy-in, then take it on to the next person. So by the time you get to that final meeting, you've just got everyone nodding their head. Now, the bad side of this is that's going to just take a lot more time. But if this meeting is super important to you, you need to do this. It's worth every single extra meeting because you will build a coalition. If you don't, you go into that meeting and you're just fingers crossed that no one's got a problem with your idea. Now, that kind of brings me to the second point. If you want your ideas to be bought into, you need to get people to feel some type of ownership over it. So when you're going to those one-on-one meetings, people kind of tweak your idea and change it a little, and that's totally fine. If you're someone who's seen as coming up with ideas and taking that feedback and building those ideas and making those ideas better, you're going to be someone who they will want to keep around the organization. Now, the second part of this is you still want to have some ownership over that idea. So the best way to have ownership over ideas is to name them. Give your project some name, especially if it can be a visual word that's going to be remembered. I used to have this project called Project Thumbreaker because it was all about stopping people in the scroll and helping to create creative that way. That is memorable because it's got a visual attached to it. When you've got an idea and you want it to be remembered, call it Project whatever. That way you can still have ownership over that idea. When we talk about office politics, it's a pretty simple concept, which is how do groups of people make decisions? The decisions that they make in offices in corporate culture, not everyone's got an equal vote. It's not a democracy. How do you help influence those decisions? That is what you're interested in. And on the good side of office politics, that's great because if you're someone who's charming, can get along, who's someone who can listen, who can perceive how people are feeling, you're going to be very successful because you're able to adapt to the environment and adapt your idea. And the negative side of that is sometimes decisions are made which to you feel just completely wrong, especially for your position or even the company. But unfortunately, that is how companies make decisions. We're humans, we make mistakes. So if you're interested in learning more about office politics, that's what I talk about on this account. Follow for more tips.